Welcome back to Tetra Football, and today we are going to be ranking every Premier League club's top scorer in the Premier League, and you might see some different figures for the amount of goals. That's because it's the goals they've scored in the Premier League as a competition itself only. So Ryan, first up, Bournemouth, who's their top scorer?
Big player to start, Josh King. I mean, one of the best players. To be fair, only 48 goals. You know, not the best, not the worst. I mean, there are some shockers on here, but, you know, 48 goals is respectable, you know.
Yeah, especially because
not talked about enough, to be fair.
Bournemouth haven't been in the Premier League that much either. They've been down in the lower leagues a lot, and they got to the Prem. He did well for them, kept them up, even got linked to United at one point, could have gone there when they had Solskjaer, and overall, he's a relatively average player, so out of 10, I'd give him maybe, compared to the others, 4.
I'll give him a 4. Maybe, 5. Average.
Probably give him a 4. But I just don't think he's a king after all.
Arsenal. This man is definitely a king. Thierry Henry. 175 goals. I mean, this man doesn't need to be told by anyone what his rating out of 10 is. It's obviously 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, yeah, obviously.
I mean, there's no doubt about it. He is one of the best players we've ever seen in the Premier League. I mean,
I think he is the best player in the Premier League of all time. I mean, people will say Ronaldo, but he wasn't in his prime during the Premier League. So Henry is the best player in the Premier League.
He was in his younger days then.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if he didn't go to Barcelona.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
Oh, well, I mean, big player. Aston Villa. Gabby Alonga-Bor.
I'll be honest, I don't actually know that much about him.
When everyone talks...
I'm gonna go Shrewsbury Hall.
Rubbish, but
Yeah, on TalkSport, he is absolute waffle. But 73 goals, to be fair.
Clearly decent striker. Yeah, sums it up, I guess.
I mean,
clearly decent striker.
I remember when I was a young little boy, remember him, he was quite often on the score sheet for Villa. Yeah. Looking at me like I'm a prat.
I've got no clue what you're on about here.
I'm on about him.
Well, score out of 10 then. And, you know.
I'll give him, actually, I'll put in Josh King down to a 4. Give him a 5.
Do you know, I was going to be a bit nicer because 73 goals is quite impressive, especially for Villa because they're not one of the top teams. So I've gone for a 6 out of 10.
I'm probably going to go with a 5.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still in the same ballpark, aren't we? It's similar, really. Yeah. Next club up, anyway.
Oh, you're speeding through this.
We are.
Maybe be a bit careful. We don't want to place on our case. Well, I mean, this I think, this is the worst one. Brentford with Ivan Toney. Apparently, he's only got 17 goals.
Well, he has only been in the Prem 1.5 seasons.
Yeah, but I mean, Brentford have only got 17 goals.
Yeah, but they haven't been.
That's their top.
He got like, I think he got 12 last season. He's 5 this season so far. 17.
I just mean, you know.
But what other goal scorers would you say for Brentford then? I don't know.
Well, they've had a couple other players that scored. Ericsson got a few. Their midfield get a few. And they've also got Bueno up front as well, who scores a decent amount. So he's not the only one that scores.
And they're not consistently in the Premier either, so it's not like they're going to have...
Yeah, and they haven't really been in the Prem before.
Yeah, but 17. I mean, I'm going to have to be honest. I'm going to give him a 2.
2. I mean, I know like he's got the lowest amount of goals on this list, but because he's only been in the Premier League for not even 2 whole seasons, so I'm going to be a bit nicer and give him I'll go for a 4, I think.
I'm going to go with a 5 for this one.
I think he's definitely better than Josh King, so I might go for a 4.5.
I think 5, because you're saying, even though he gets them goals, he's going to score loads of...
He's going to get more.
This season, especially.
He's still got years in the Premier League as well. He'll end up higher than Josh King, I believe.
Get into it. You never know. I mean, you know, Brighton, more pay, and big Glenn Murray.
Brighton fans, you love Glenn Murray,
No, I'm not a Brighton fan. I just like...
Pointing to Tom.
You said fans, though.
I'm saying
Glenn Murray.
Stop it.
Yeah,
Get some help.
They like Tom.
Well, they like Glenn Murray.
Especially when we had FA Cup one when he scored down.
Yeah.
That questionable goal.
If the ball goes in the net, you can't complain.
I mean, what a strike from the lad. I mean, they both got 26. More pay though. I mean, he's going to get more goals, not for Brighton, for Everton. I mean, yeah, good player. He's already scored for Everton. So he's overtaken Murray on Premier League goals, but just not for Brighton.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You've also taken the fact that Brighton squad was a little bit weaker when.
And also, they weren't in the Premier League, like.
Oh, when you.
Well, when Murray was in the squad, he was only there for like 2-3 years.
Yeah, it wasn't long in the Prem. But anyway, do an overall rating between the both of them.
I'm going to get between the both of them. Murray probably is a 3. Morpay probably a 4.5. I'm going to go for a 4.25.
I'm asking you 3.5. I'll go with.
Well, for me, I really didn't rate Morpay as a striker at Brighton, and now he's at Everton. I don't like him any better as a Liverpool fan. I don't like him at all. So I'm giving Morpay a 1.
No,
Glenn Murray a 3.
No,
So
no,
2 overall.
no. Honest.
2 overall.
No, you're not giving Morpay a 1.
At best, I'd give Morpay a 2.
No.
At best,
That's
I'd
his
give
opinion.
Morpay a 2.
Let's just.
Just because he's a proud little scouser, yeah, Kills, he's going to get a 2. No, he's not, be honest. Chelsea, Lampard, not even a striker. He's a midfielder, and he's still got 147 goals.
I mean, he's definitely one of the best on here. I think 8 or 9 minimum. So, yeah.
Well, I mean, he's got more than the Liverpool midfielder, Steven Gerrard.
Well, that's not even relevant, though.
Who's better?
Anyway, what rating are you going to give it?
You know what? Considering he's a midfielder, not even a striker, I'm going to go 6 or 7. 6.5.
What?
He's not even a striker!
We're not rating them as strikers, though. We're rating them as just the top scorer for the club in the Premier League.
But Ivan Toney got 17 and gave them a 5 rating.
Yeah, no, I said I gave Mount like an 8-9. Not Mount.
Mount.
Definitely not Mount. Lampard.
Yeah,
Lampard. Yeah, Lampard's an 8 or 9.
I'll probably give him an 8.9 occurring.
Actually,
So
I'm gonna have to give him a 9.34525.
Okay, no, shut up.
I'm trying to do pi.
You've given him a 9. I'll give Lampard a 9 as well. So yeah, next up.
Zaha, 65. You love this man. You go first.
Well, no, because he always does his pal. Every time he blew holes in the floor, go away, get out.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy. Okay. Yeah? You? Absolutely.
A -6, okay.
Okay, I'm going to rate that as an actual 6 instead of -6.
Actually, well, how many goals was that?
65.
65.
I'll give him a 3.
A 3. Wow.
3.
Was going to be a
Ryan?
4, but...
I'll let you go first. I think you like this man as well.
Well, to be fair, he's definitely a good player. He's been Palace's best player for quite a few years. And overall, I'm going to give him a 5.5.
Ooh. Would you give him?
I think I'll give him 3. I think the problem with him is he could have moved to a different club, but he's got some...
He could have.
Sometimes gets a bit angry.
I'm at a level with you guys. I'm going to go 4.25. In the middle of you two guys, you know. You make some good points, but you make some good points. So I'm just going to have to meet you in the middle. Because I'm in the middle.
Next club, anyway?
Well, Everton, they've got big man, Romelu Lukaku up front.
I mean, yeah, he did very well for Everton when he was
68
there,
goals. I mean, he didn't do too bad at Man U. Didn't do too well for Chelsea. But Inter Milan, he did good. I mean, you know, I'll give him a solid. I'll give him a 4. I mean, 68 goals for a striker. To be fair, it's not too good.
For only a couple seasons at Everton, he wasn't there for long at all.
What are you going to rate him?
And there's a reason United bought him for big money.
Oh, okay. I'll give him a 6 then. Give him a 10 out of 10. I can't please these guys.
I was gonna, and for me, that's why I'm gonna give him a 7 overall, because he has had seasons that have made people believe that he is one of the best strikers in the world currently. So
he does spend a lot of his wages though on McDonald's, so that does bring him down.
I'm gonna give him a 6.5. I think I think he got scored quite. He may say about the goals, but how many seasons was he there?
Pace merchant.
For Everton, only 2 or 3, I think.
So it's still quite impressive for what he did, really.
Oh.
And next up, anyway.
Fulham, Clint Dempsey, 50 goals.
Oh, that's the
half a century.
Is that the Yankee? Is it?
Yeah, American.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh, he's American.
Oh wait, no, he's on BT Champions League, isn't he? Yeah. Well, I know him because he's a pundit, not as player. I mean, I'm gonna give him.
Player.
To be honest, I'm just gonna give him a 3. 50 goals, not too good, not too bad, but.
To be fair, I do think he did play quite a lot for Fulham. So maybe 50 isn't the best, but then again, Fulham have never been like a good club in the Prem. They've always been sort of low down. So 50 could be quite impressive, really.
Could be. But...
overall, for me, I'm going to give him a 5.5.
I'm going to give him a 5 for this one. I think he's good, but it depends how many seasons he was there to see.
Yeah, I don't know exactly for that, but I think he made quite a lot of appearances for them. Anyway, next up is
Leeds. Mark
Viduka.
Yeah, Mark Goldbridge.
Oh my, imagine.
59 goals. And this is quite low for Leeds, considering they had their glory days.
I think he is regarded as like a legend at that club. I think they definitely.
I do not know the geezer.
They definitely love him in Leeds over there, and I think that he is a decent player, but I don't know too much about him. So overall, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10.
You know what? That's fair enough. I'm going to give him a 5 though.
Yeah, of course. I'm gonna give him a 5 for this one. I mean, I haven't been to Leeds personally because it's not a place.
Can we just all do our year calls? Yeah. You go first.
I'm not doing it. I'm not playing along with your shenanigans.
Okay. Anyway, swiftly on. What's the next one?
Swiftly. Oh, lovely word. On the back. Vardy for Leicester City. 133 goals. I mean, that's outstanding considering the size of Leicester. Not too big, to be fair. I'm going to give him a 7. Class striker. I mean, I think he could have moved to United to become their actual good striker. Could have moved to like
Jamie Vardy down Vardy.
Oh my.
Someone bring me a...
Alright, well, for me, 7.5. Do you know what? I'm going to go for 8 out of 10 actually.
No, I gave him 7.
I think he's one of the best Premier League strikers of all time for what he's done in the league. 133 goals for Leicester is mental, and would have loved to see him feature for England more, but overall 8 out of 10.
For me, I'm going to go with 7.8. I just think
it's so specific.
Specifically, it makes a difference. Anyway, I think he was as you said in Leicester, they weren't like, I mean, they did. People say a massive club, but they did win the Premier League, but they weren't in comparison to the other clubs. So that's why I've went for him there.
Yeah, and next up is Liverpool.
Robbie Fowler, only 128.
It's 128 because he scored roughly another 100 when it was Division 1 instead of the Premier League. So he's only on 128 instead. And he was one of the best strikers of all time at that time. So I'd give him...
at that time. I thought you meant just in general.
I mean, he still is one of the better strikers of all time.
I think there's
a reason why he's...
Haaland.
I'm not saying he's better than Haaland. I'm saying he's one of the better strikers.
You never know how
there is a reason that he got called God by Liverpool fans. Like, they don't do that to everyone.
They're not. They're called Salad God. What's he doing this season?
Remember the season where he broke the Premier League goal scoring record?
Remember the season?
Shush.
What happened
Anyway,
this season?
9 out of 10 for Robbie Fowler.
Called Trent God. I mean, the better striker, Aguero!
You guys didn't even give a rating for
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't deserve one.
Wait, what did you even go?
I'm going to go...
I'll probably go with a 7.
I'm going to go 7. You know, he's a striker, to be fair. Should be scoring a few more goals.
He scored 230 in the league. What more do you want? It's just that only 128 goals were in the Premier League.
We're talking about the Premier League here, lad.
Yeah, but I could say in this sort of thing, he could score 100 in the league table. But anyway, back to the...
Aguero for City then.
260.
One of the best Premier League strikers of all time. 9.5 out of 10.
I'm just going to 10 for this one. I think Aguero...
9.5 out of 10, that's pretty much there.
I'm going to go for a 9.9. Recurring, which rounds up to a 10. Bit of maths for you guys. Because, one of the best strikers. I think, you know, could be branded as the best striker in the Premier League, you know. I mean, Thierry Henry played left wing for a bit, so put him on the left, put Aguero in the striker, and get Ronaldo on the right, you know. Who's stopping those people?
And United next, right, anyway?
Yeah, well, you know, back in my day, I did score 183 goals. If you can't tell the joke, because people call me Rooney. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna give him a knockout 8.
8 for Rooney. For me, still one best Premier League strikers of all time. He's England's record scorer as well, so 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, I forgot about England. It's 10.
Wow, change your mind quick.
Wait, so we're basing it off the Premier League, or is it?
Oh yeah, I don't know. He's just changing it.
It's still the Premier League goals. It's just you can use other reasons of why they're a good striker.
I'll probably put him. I'll give him a 9.
Hang on.
Well,
what I'm wondering is how has Shearer got 148?
Newcastle in the Premier League era, he was also another one of them that scored when it was.
Oh
Division
yeah,
1
well
as
he's a 10. He's a 10.
He's still obviously a 10 though. So yeah.
He's a 10.
We agreed.
Yeah, I mean, not much need to talk about him. I love him on Match of the Day.
It's just a proper goal scorer, isn't he, Tom?
Yeah, I'll probably give him a 10 as well. And
he doesn't score goals on Match of the Day.
He never said he did.
No, that's Gary Lineker.
Oh my God! There he is. Look at this twat.
Okay, next up.
Well, if you don't know the name, I'm baffled if you don't know this name. Brian Roy, 24 from Nottingham Forest.
No clue, and it's only 24. Straight up 2 out of 10.
But if I said that for Ivan Tony. Brian Roy, you know Brian Roy.
Yeah, I remember him back in my day.
No, just say a number.
I'm just gonna. I can't really base it too much. I'm watching personally, so I'm just gonna I'm going with 3. Why not?
Well, Brian.
Like on a little.
Sorry, Brian, but I'm gonna have to give you a 3. No, it's a 2.3.
Brian might take it personally. No.
Next up.
I'm sorry if you're watching the video. Matt Letizia, 102.
He's not French. Why would you say his name like that? He's English.
Yeah.
102. Southampton. He was.
I always hear the people go Matt Letizia.
Is that French?
Who are you hearing? You're speaking to French people. Anyway, he was another one that was.
He was on Duolingo.
He was another one that is a midfielder as well, and I think overall he was. I mean, he scored a lot of goals for them, so overall 7 out of 10.
Oh,
I'm gonna give them a. I'm gonna give an 8 for this one.
Oh,
I think it was a very good.
He did spend his entire career there, by the way.
Yeah, but it was,
I'm gonna 0.1 up you. 8.1 for me. You know, great player. Great player. Well, speaking of great players, not a great club, but a great player, Harry Kane. 190 already. He's gonna probably smash the record of Premier League, Division 1, whatever you want to call it, record.
Yeah.
He's a real goal scorer, that lad. The penalties he scores, and I mean, he can't turn up in the final, but in the league there are no finals, lucky for him.
But he does play for Spurs. You've got to take that into.
Yeah,
he could play for he's quite loyal to his club as well, which is definitely one thing to.
Apart from when he was trying to get a transfer to City last summer.
No, that was his agent.
Was it?
Yeah.
Alright, anyway, rating
10.
for me.
10.
I'd go 9 or 10. I think
I'm sorry,
by the end of his career, straight 10. But at the moment,
No way you're saying he's not a 10 right now.
Who? Haaland.
Kane.
Oh, you're going on about Haaland now. I'm going to say.
Kane 9 out of 10 for me, and by the end of his career, he probably will be a 10.
I'll probably go. I kind of agree with you there, 9 because we just have. Well, I probably could go 10, but actually, let's bump it up to 9.5. There we go.
Yeah.
Which rounds up to 10?
Next up, anyway, is.
I mean, big man Antonio. 57.
It's an interesting one.
57 goals.
I don't think he'd go too high up. He's been at West Ham for years. I think he started at like a right back.
Yeah, he
or
played
something.
right back. Yeah.
And overall, I'm just gonna give him a 4.5 out of 10.
Oh.
I'm gonna just give him a 3 for this one. It's a bit
3.
harsh.
That's a bit harsh.
Actually, let's bump up a little bit.
You're gonna say 3.5.
3.5. No, No, actually, let's go 3.5 to keep it nice and simple.
3.
Yeah, and right.
But,
So wait, 3's harsh.
Yeah.
What about a 3.1?
I'll just shush. Just give a proper
I
number.
think-
5. No, not 5. A 4.
A 4.
No, a 3.8 because you know
okay, let's
he's not quite to a 4, but he's a good, decent player. I mean, if he got played a bit more, he could have definitely scored a few more. But next up, a player for Wolves. I mean, it's unfortunate what happened with him because he was looking really talented. Raul Jimenez, 40 goals. He had that unfortunate head injury, and I
hasn't
just
been the same since.
I just think, you know, it's really sad because he looked promising, but
The
He
amount
was,
of
he
goals
was a really
was-
good striker that would get himself a decent rating on this, but since that injury, I can only give him
Yeah, the
3 out
amount
of
of
10.
goals he would have scored if he didn't have that injury.
Yeah, I should give him a 3 out of 10 for me. What about you two?
I'll give him a 4.
Ryan?
sorry.
You don't have all day.
No, I just feel sorry for the lad. You know, I'm gonna give him a 5. No, a 6. You know, because before that, no, don't
Jesus.
dare
I
question
think
me. Because
it was reason.
I
think he means like
before the
potential
injury,
he could've-
he had so much potential, and he was. But you can't just
Yeah.
mark him down because he got injured.
But
It's
we've
not his
also-
fault, is
we've
it?
also got another point is about the potential. I think you need it to be guaranteed to rate
I
it
think
for
it
me.
was guaranteed for me.
It probably would, but I think it still needs to be.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I
He could have got a move away for all we know.
Yeah. Anyway,
sorry, just a move I did.
that's the end of the video. Our overall ranking, we probably got some of them wrong between us. Definitely got some of them wrong between us. But
No.
tell us what you think, who should have been rated differently in the comments.
Oh,
And remember
would
to like,
you-
comment, and
I
subscribe.
do want to know, would you like rating the managers, like every club's managers, the
best one?
the one that has managed them the most times? Would you like that?
Oh, okay.
Sean
You just
Dyche,
meant every
Burnley.
manager. 'Cause
Fair
it'll
enough.
take a long
Sean,
time. It'll take a
Sean,
long time.
Sean Dyche, Burnley Ball, Brexit.
So luckily Watford
That'll end the video. YouTube, shush. Yeah, that's the end of the video. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.